I got to use my scraper this morning on my windshield. I've had it for years and never used it. You have a bee on your shoulder. I just went. I didn't have to use my debit card.
You know you're in the South when you get excited about using a scraper for the first time ever.
It still has a price tag on it.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the 628 Dirt Rooster channel, where hobby beekeeping is a way of life. Today I'm going to bring you along with me on some family time with my dad. We're going to check that long hive he got, and also a little bit of time with my lovely bride, who's with me now. That's what we're doing today. Thanks for stopping by. I lost my hinge pin.
Tell me some Indians that are all out of position too. Still got good fish.
Well, they kept all their staff. We're right on the beginning of spring, very beginning of spring, and red maples are just starting to bud at my house, not even really doing much of anything. And we're about to go in. I'm talking to the camera. And we're about to go into this long hive and check it out. It's one of my dad's only survivors over the winter. He hadn't opened it in, I don't know, many months, but it looks good at the entrance. And this early in the year, you don't know what the stores are like. I went in some to add sugar the other day and about got myself eat up. So I'd recommend smoker and suit for your first inspections of the year if you're brand new. And if you're anything like me, just go on and do what you're gonna do, because you ain't gonna listen to nobody anyway. Is that right?
That's right. I trained you well.
Yeah. Well, you tried to beat that out of me. It didn't work. You ready to crack it open?
Yeah. Let's see what's in there. Take these veils.
First inspection of the year on the long hive. The long Langstroth. This is horizontalbees.com. Y'all remember this hive? Let's unlatch it and see what we find. I got on it with a hive tool to begin with because I thought it was going to be all propylized, and it is propylized, but it opened up pretty easy.
Yep. Ants.
Yeah, the more little bitty old
Crazy ants.
They've been propylized out though. Yeah, the front's latched. The front vent is propylized shut. This vent's propylized shut. These little ants don't really do anything.
They just aggravate.
They don't bother you. They don't bite or nothing, and they don't really bother the bees. They're not in the hive. They're just camping up here away from them, enjoying some of the warmth from the hive. Now, like I say, you want to be suited up for this first inspection of the year.
That's the case. I'm gonna get out of the way.
We do have a beautiful sunny day. It's 72 degrees. The bees are not being aggressive at all in the least. Let me see if I can catch what they're hauling in. You can see pollen on their legs.
All right, it's cracked already.
Some of them anyway. I'm gonna leave the smoker right there, and I'm gonna just open it and hand me the lid.
Yeah, there's nothing in it.
We're gonna need to add an inner cover to this side at some point. There we go. Nice strong looking colony. Gotta always check your bottom of your inner cover or your top cover, whatever you're using. Make sure you're not laying your queen off to the side. Let's pull this this other one out and see what this. Okay, we got a follower board over here. Yeah, we'll have to clean the ants and the dirt out of this thing. Today we're just checking the health of it.
Looks pretty good.
They're not on us at all.
No, it's not one me.
Didn't take you but a second to get out of that hood.
You're right, I don't like them. Got a lot of propolis in there.
Always best to do your inspections on warm sunny days if you can. That's when they'll treat you the best, and that's when it's best for them. And they're being really calm.
Let's see if we got any brood in there. Try the fourth one in there. Oh, it's got a little blue dot on it there. I don't know what that's in there for. So.
Working on the frame. We got a lot of pollen in here.
It's a good start.
Green, greenish yellow, that's gonna be red maple.
Yep. Leave that up there. Let's look at the next one over in the middle.
Right now we're gonna look for brood. Want to make sure we got a queen in here and she's laying. And there we go. That's what we're looking for.
Good laying pattern.
Starting to make some drones. We're also looking for that.
Yep, looking good. Yeah, we can do some splits off of it.
Yep. In a couple of weeks.
Good pattern. It's the same one.
It's a different one.
Good blue pattern.
We got a layer, boys and girls.
Yep, sure do. Good, thank the Lord. Thank you for this top bar hive. It's doing a good job.
Yeah, this hive has not been tended due to hospital stays and this and that, you name it.
I don't want to name it.
But this has been, well, all of his Langstroths on this yard are gone. There's a queen right there.
Yep, mark blue, okay. That's the blue dot.
And we've got a bunch of eggs in there, so she's doing her job right now.
Wonderful.
They're about to start kicking off. We're gonna put this back together. I'm gonna change positions with this frame here. Didn't even have to use a smoker.
Good job. Calm bees, very easy to work with.
Yeah.
No smoker needed.
No stings. Only smoke we had was just what I puffed in the entrance right before we got started, and that really didn't do much. But we got ants all in it, but you can see these little
They're going away now.
piss ants is what they call them. They don't really have any effect on the hive. They're just kind of like roaches around a feral colony. They're around to get whatever they can
Yep.
off the fringe edges.
Opportunist.
They are opportunists. They're just like honeybees are opportunists, but they don't hurt a hive. These don't. Some ants will.
Beautiful. We stick a couple more frames in here off of this end.
Yeah.
Those need waxing.
Yeah, they do need wax. So get.
Let's take them out and we'll wax them and then bring them back.
Here's some that have wax on them. Here's one that's got wax on it.
See if you can get the follower board out.
bent my pry and bent my hive tool.
Boy.
We're going to have to shave we're going to shave just a hair off of this follower board because it ain't wanting to follow. I'm gonna take it out and let you fix it before we put it back in.
Yeah, and clean that up. Coming back across the same way, running back and forth. Just throw that back on top of the frame so let them reuse it.
All right, we took the follower board out. Tolerances were tight on it when we put it in. I remember that. We're going to have to shave a little more off of it. I guess the sides may have warped in just a shade, but also they're propolized and it was tight to begin with. So we're going to leave this out for long enough to trim it down to fit. Got some woodworking to do.
Yep, I do. That poor little bee down in there trying her best to get that dead bee out.
Yeah. We're just gonna stick some frames back in here and straighten this up when we get that board cut to fit. Biggest thing right now is since we're not putting a super in the top right now, we want to make sure we have a inner cover beneath this, or they'll build comb to fill this out. One thing we do have to figure out, and I have a solution for it. It's just going to take a minute to fix it, but I'm going to put a screen on the bottom of this when we're not using the upper, because every time we use this, the bees want to pile up in this top corner. I didn't show you before I bumped them out. I brought it down and bumped it one time just to knock most of them out. Love you,
Folks,
love you.
last week. Have a wonderful bee season.
All right, I'll close it up. You going to the house?
I am.
Okay.
Calling me.
All right.
Okay.
Love you. Bye. I'm really surprised at how easy that opened up after not being touched for, that's some of the dead that were left up in here from last time we were in it. That's why I want to build a screen to keep them out of there while we're inspecting. That way when we close it, we just smoke them off or brush them off the screen and close that and not have any. There was about 2 dozen up in there from last time. I literally was around here sticking my hive tool right here without even pulling on it first, and I thought, yeah, you know, before I gouge it up, and I grabbed it and it just went pop, open right up, all 3 pieces. Kind of surprised me. Looking good though. Thank you, horizontal bees. I was really cranking on that hive tool. I didn't bend it much, but I bent it up. That's all right though. It kind of changes the angle on it so I can work a little better. I'm already on a hive stand with 2 blocks high. I'm already working down lower than I'm comfortable with, and it kind of starts wearing on my back a little bit. So that little angle there helped me not have to bend over so far. Well, Hey y'all, that hive looked really good. I've got quite a few that I've gone through of my own that look good like that. And Dad, you know, physical problems, he's had help, but his helpers are just labor, they're not beekeepers. So the combination of all that, and we've helped as much as we can, but he's lost everything on that yard. He's got at least one more yard that still has some bees on it. I passed it earlier today and I saw some flying. I didn't check them, but going back in this one right now, I had to go pick up some sugar. When we're going through it, I didn't see any honey to speak of. So I'm gonna go put some sugar on them real quick. We're still early in the spring. They could easily starve out before our first good flow. We've got spring tie starting to come in, but there's not a lot real close to him. The closest patches are about a mile in either direction, and that stuff's not fully in yet, and it's a light flow. They can put it up, but most of the time they just fly it off around here, especially when you're a mile away from the nearest source. Tell you, one of the things I like about this is I don't generally run intercovers, but with these intercovers in place, bees ain't all in your face as soon as you open up. And these aren't anyway. These things are so docile. This is a golden retriever of bees right here. They just laid back, just want somebody to pet them. Somebody without the shakes to pet them. I got the shakes. But because we didn't have any honey to speak of, I'm just going to supplement them a little bit with some sugar, some dry sugar. That towel right there will make them start running out from under it because they don't like any pressure on them. And then I'll lightly add this. It's not enough to crush or bury anybody, but as that towel lays down, they're moving out from under it as quick as they can. And then once I know everybody's out from under it, I'll pour it to them. I'm gonna leave this inner cover moved to this position for the time being, just so I've got somewhere to feed them right now. I'm not sure what the size of that jar is, but there's a quart jar there, so I'm assuming it's a half gallon. That's what they're getting. You got dirt on your face.
Oh, sure. Among other things, I have crepe myrtle stuff down my clothes.
Huh.
You look like a skater boy with that hat on your head like that.
No. Gotta go dig my skateboard.
No. That's not what you look like. Who was it on the Little Rascals? Wasn't Buckwheat?
Spanky.
Spanky. Like Spanky. Don't let all your personality come out at once.